Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So, hope you had a good Christmas, huh? Hmm? Good to see you back here. Mm, mm, mm-hmm. So, wow, you guys, it was so crazy leading up to the break, right? All those things happening, right? I took it. It was 4 days. Was it 4 days off? Well, I did do the calls, but no readings for a while, right? So it was pretty intense. I think. I think a lot of people were feeling, it's still. I mean, there's a lot of events. Okay, yes, and by the way, of course, I didn't say. Hope you guys had great Christmas, and it was so fun to have that. The posh earrings, no, it's everything forever 21. Yeah, it's just this is just the pom pom earrings, I guess. But what was I gonna say, guys? So yeah, it's just crazy, to think of how much was happening, all this stuff happening, and I think Christmas gave a it kind of cut the energy a little bit, but there's still a lot. Okay, just sitting down, making the list of the topics for today. It was pretty, we were like, wow, big deal things. Okay, and as I said before, I am going, and I wanted to make a couple of announcements as well. Um, there's a lot of readings to do about 2019, and like I said, if you have specific questions, I know several of you have already written. Please let me know underneath that post, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, it may be that I don't know exactly when I'm going to do these readings, probably the next day or so. And then I don't know that I'll do live. This is the other thing I have to say, guys. I don't know that I'll do these live streams as much as I was doing before. Okay, because I feel like a lot of times I realize this, and some people have also mentioned this. Sometimes I'm more focused when I do the reading separately, some earrings separately. I'm sorry, some talk about reading about earrings, readings, not earrings, reading separately. So I was thinking of doing the live streams twice a week, and continue the other readings. And also, I really like. I don't know what you feel about the calls. I really like the calls with the I don't say the prayer. It's the prayers. The what is it called? Just focusing. Okay, focusing on the issues of the day. Okay, because I thought it was very nice and very centering, because it's very overwhelming dealing with this everything that's going on. And even today, guys, I don't know if it's because I have, the time of the month or whatever, but I feel like I was not that I was down, I'm never really particularly necessarily down, but I was just thinking like, wow, looking at the news and like thinking, oh my God, this guy's every day he makes everything worse and worse. It's never getting better. So I just felt like the calls were really, and guys, it's not, I don't know how, I know there's different tiers, okay? And I know some of you that are sort of like in the high, I don't feel like I don't do enough for you, honestly. And I want to do more of those calls where I do the little readings, also the whatever questions they may have. But also, like I said, do the calls for everyone, like the calls, the ones that talk about the light to protect everybody, and all of those, that you don't, the ones where you don't necessarily talk, but I feel like there's power there. Okay, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something about it, about everything that's going on. You know what I mean? As opposed to reacting to the news of the day. Okay, so I'm just thinking that, I was thinking of doing this today, but I feel like it's not necessarily the format. Don't you think video is a little weird, because video sometimes, we were here looking at each other, and yeah, and and that's that, guys. I'm just thinking here. Okay, now I'm just thinking here if we should do it. We should start with that. Okay, maybe once I'm ready, I'm gonna go over the questions, and maybe I might do a short. I think I just feel like, hi guys. So I just feel like actually it's very helpful to do this, the centering. So let's do this. Before I talk about, I'm just gonna have a bit of a conversation. So before I do the actual readings, I'm gonna do the centering of the light, and then projecting the light to all these things that are happening. Okay, and so that I feel like I'm coming from this constructive place, okay? And so so that's that anyway. But like I said, I really like the calls, okay? I really like the calls. And I really like, it was really surprising, guys. It, as you know, I feel like I made a mistake, but it turned out to be a good thing. I started doing sort of little readings, tiny readings for people. Okay. It was not necessarily the initial intention, but I think it was really interesting. It was almost like a radio show. So I might do that also once a week. I still, like I said, you guys follow me for a while. You know that I always try new things. So it's part of it. Okay. And then I was gonna say, and that's that. And like I said, I feel like I want to do several readings about 2019, and because there's so much, I feel like I have so much hope that everything, right? It's good, yeah. And I think Century is a good thing. It's purpose, exactly, because it's, it's like, oh my God, I just see like, oh my God, no. It's crazy. It's like I feel like, everyone is like on a drug, the stuff happening all the time, constantly things happening, and you're like, oh my God, oh my God. So, it's crazy. So anyway, so like I said, today I was like, oh my God, this guy, it's not that I thought he was ever gonna get better, but you watching this is like a car crash. Okay, with the car crash. It was really like this guy. It's a car crash. Okay, so just so quickly we'll go over the questions. Okay, so I think it's very important to go over the government shutdown. And then looking at, this is also important, okay, the case that went to the Supreme Court possibly regarding the foreign firm and the Mueller case. Okay, that's very secret. And John Roberts, and I'm a little worried about, because we don't know, guys. This is a serious test, okay, because as we know, there's possibility that all these people are compromised, okay. And then of course the Syria withdrawal, okay, very serious. And then the stock market, I feel like some of you asked to do the stock market for 2019. So maybe I'll leave it there, okay. So then, okay, Mnuchin, this is so weird. Mnuchin, calling the stock. It just seems very strange, the whole thing, okay. And then the guy Patrick M. Shanahan, who is the acting defense, he has no, guys, remember how I said before I was wrong, the thing about how they couldn't put people who are not in the military. So of course this guy has no military background. He's a Boeing executive, of course, perfect, right? Yeah. So anyway, and then some of you also asked, how does the military feel about Trump? I've said before, guys, I've never seen them liking Trump. I know he wants them to like them, but he, like I said, for the reasons. But after the Mattis resignation, how has it changed and what's going on at the Pentagon? And I said before, I've always said that about, okay, so then Trump's mysterious trip to Iraq, why, what purpose? I personally think it's because he's the first president since 2002 to not go to visit the troops. And then Mattis' resignation, how does the military view Trump now? Okay. So, all right. So let's go start. So yeah, shamed into it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then, and did you see, guys, the news? I mean, I don't know if we need to do a reading on this, because they said that they found the family whose dad was a doctor in Queens. I forgot, a foot doctor or something, and he rented the building from Trump's dad. And so as a favor to Trump's dad, he wrote this stuff about Trump not being able to fight, the bone spurs or whatever. Okay, so. Yeah. Well, because also, guys, if you're asking why, I think it's just because he let Mattis go, and now he has to save face with the military. Okay, they must be furious. So he's trying to look like he actually cares. So, okay, so now, okay, guys, so let me get started. Okay, I am gonna let's see what happens. Okay, here with I'm gonna close my eyes and do the centering. Okay, just to see. Okay, so let's see if it works on video. It works better on calls, but let's see here on video. So before I get started with the visions, I'm going to visualize beautiful light protecting me, coming from above, going to my head, and then going from my third eye forward. Okay, and with this light, I see this beautiful, enormous planet-like orb where everyone here in this group fits, and we're all together in there, and we're all holding hands, and we are in a circle, and we stretch our arms out, and we use the palm of our hands to project this light forward. Okay, and then we're going to bring all these issues that we have for the day, okay, and anything that might be of concern. And right now, I'd like to bring all the government employees into this orb of light, this very protective, loving, and light energy towards them, and sending them very positive energy so that they may be protected in this time of volatility and instability while the government is shut down. And I'm seeing, guys, this orb of light also. Now we're going to stretch it outside of the White House, around the White House, so that any negative intentions to create instability may be demagnetized, so that harmony and love is sent towards the darkness, so that it may dissolve the darkness. And all of those children still suffering in concentration camps and the border are protected. Okay, so we see this light around all of them, and everyone who's suffering because of this administration, so that we see this light bubble protecting every single one of them. And also the Mueller investigation, everyone involved in the Mueller investigation, everyone involved in the law enforcement, the FBI, military, so that they find strength and they're protected by the brightest, purest light, so that they could do their work with no fear and total focus. Okay, so I just ask that you protect everyone in this country, everyone in the world, so that we may find greater harmony and love in all nations. Okay, I don't know, guys, was this awkward? I just feel better, you know, to do this first, at least for now, because a lot of times it's just so angry. Okay, just so angry all the time, you know, because it's so upsetting. All the time you read the news, it's very upsetting. So this is a little bit, it cools it off. Okay, so okay, so now, yeah, because guys, you know, when I look at the first question, it's still very upsetting to me, the government shutdown, all these people suffering. He's still, because what I saw, guys, I really like to demagnetize the, you know, the effort is really to create division, to create a kind of a, right, exactly, mystic shiny saying, got a star center, not react, exactly, because it's upsetting, and I can sense that the point of this is to create division, to say, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna get the law, yeah, I'm gonna the law, I'm gonna win, yeah, I am. So it doesn't care, obviously doesn't care about the workers and everybody suffering. Okay, it's, well, no, let's get started on it. Yeah, they're fine. Who cares? I mean, who cares about them? I mean, they want America to be great again. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And you read these stories of all these people with kids and mortgages and everything. Well, it's not just a tempered larceny, a tempered tantrum. It's more than it's more Machiavellic than that. There's a goal here. Okay, it's not just like he's like, but there's a real destructive tendency to destabilize and to create. Oh, hi guys. Hey, I'm Eric. All these things. Okay, so guys, you know, for this I actually want to use cards, just because I'm just thinking here. So how long, what's going on here with the government shutdown, and will it go on for much longer? What will be the outcome? Okay, so I feel like obviously they're doing this to try and have the Democrats back down and accept the, you know, approve the wall shit. That's what this is about. Okay. And guys, coincidentally, this morning I was watching this documentary on Bernie Madoff, because I remember kind of reading about it as it was happening, but then just watching the documentary, and it's I don't know. It reminds me of what's going on, okay? Trump. I mean, I think Trump is like Bernie Madoff, but in a different way. Because last reading I did about his base, okay? What was it that? Oh, this is the Christmas reading, right? That said that people would be lost, not sure what to do, because it was sort of like reminded me of everything. Yeah, everything Daniel is saying here, everything Trump does is like a bad phone connection or rate connection, all static. Yeah, so it's just how much longer is it gonna fool the people? Okay, so let me start with these. Wow. Okay, so again, the question is, government shutdown, how much longer? Okay, and what's going on here? What's going to be the outcome? So, how much longer will the government shutdown go for? Just trying to think anything I missed. Okay, let's see here. 1 second. Okay, so, okay, so, okay, so guys, this suggests, okay, that I think this is not, honestly, this is not necessarily something I was thinking out too much, but it shows that there was an attempt here for Trump to kind of try to push away the Russia investigation, okay, but they're not going to succeed. And there's unexpected financial losses here. I think there's documents that are going to come out unexpected. Okay, so he wanted to slow things down related to the Russia investigation. Okay, I think ultimately here too, that's what it shows. I don't necessarily see something connected to the wall, but that's what it shows here. But let's just see what's going on. The government shutdown. Trump, how long? And let's see Trump, Nancy. Just see. So guys, I got the number 6, meaning I was like pushing it forward 6 more days, okay? I don't know if it's possible. Uh, I don't know how. Trying to think here. So the 20, was that right? The first Tuesday, because that'll be a Tuesday, right? So is that the first is a holiday? Isn't that true? Just see the calendar here. So yeah, wait, the first is the Tuesday, so there'll be Wednesday. Is that right? That's what it shows here. It seems like a much longer than I would have thought. Okay, so where is it? Okay, here it is. Okay, so anyway, what is the reason why he wants? Oh, this is what I wanted to say, guys. I saw. Interesting. Yeah. So I saw that Nancy's not gonna bulge, and Trump is gonna, as he gets no reaction, he's gonna lose interest. Okay, so it's like he's gonna have to interesting. Dan is saying so he feels that their devastating news is gonna come out before the first. Is that right? I don't know what exactly, because that's what I feel, guys. If we look at, he wanted to push forward. Okay, so Trump, what is the reason? Is this the wall? What is the reason for this other than to any more time? I need to gain time. This needs to happen. This needs to come through. And he just wants to slow everything down. Okay, he wants to own time. Okay, so guys, I just wanted to show you this. Okay, just quickly, just to give you an overview of cards. This is this is a Wheel of Fortune, right? An interesting. It's funny I had said that he wants to win time. This is the function of this card, right? It's like destiny, and he wants to be the person who has the Wheel of Fortune in his hand. He wants to spin it, right? But then there's creating an ending, death upside down, and then the shady deal. Okay, now there's conversation and talk with Russia, right? Or foreign power, the White House here. Okay, and then because the foreign power wants to shut something down. This is the woman who has negative intentions. She's upside down. A lot of times has negative intentions in mind. Okay, so this is loss of money. Okay, so this could be, like, as you guys know, I don't particularly care for people cards too much because I feel like people get distracted. Is this her? Is this him? No, it doesn't really matter. I mean, the context is more important than the card, I think. So this is super interesting. This is a weight. So it's upside down. So it was a waste of time. Okay, so when it weighted like this upside down, so they realize that there's losses. Okay. And it's almost as if this was happened as a means to impede these losses of the foreign power. But in the end, it's a waste of time. This is the lawyer, okay? And this is also a card of legal information. So this is all the books. It's also a card of the academic, but also lawyer. Okay, and then I have, this is super interesting. This is something unexpected or may delay, or something delayed, or something comes in an unexpected way, okay? Again, the ladder upside down, so something negative connected to their indictments or subpoenas of financial losses. Okay, so it was a waste of time because and he got this anyway. Okay, so okay, so what is? I'll just figure out a little bit more. So what is this news that comes out? Is okay. So what is this news? If any news comes out, what is this about? Still foreign stuff. Older man here. And flatterer. Obstacle. Oh, guys, look, that for some reason, I could be wrong, of course. I feel like this could be related to Jared or Don Jr. Okay, this is a lot of money. He's the flatterers. It shows me that it's how, you know, how Trump was always kissing ass of the Russians. So this is a lot of money that was received in desperation. The biggest desperate person in this whole story is Jared, right? So this is a foreign power comes and gives gives the money. So that's what it could relate to. Anyway, so this is it, guys. Okay, so I feel like another week could happen related to this thing, to this shutdown. Now, is this news gonna come out before the government reopens again or after? Is there a way of telling me? Let's see a gate of the shutdown. Okay, so this is a shutdown. Show me a huge envelope before or after the shutdown. Okay, the shutdown, government shutdown. So it shows, guys, I see the letter leaning onto the shutdown. So right before, I think right the day before this shutdown stops, something like that, okay? That's what I feel. Now, is there a chance it could go on for much longer or no? When the Democrats take over the House, will this shutdown be on? No, I think he's gonna try to push it as long as he can. I don't think he'll be able to necessarily. Like, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's it. Okay, that's what it shows. Okay, so interesting, huh? Yeah. Oh, oh. So, guys, I don't know if I kind of want to ask about Jared and Don Jr. Okay, and if they're gonna be affected by this, or I should just go forward with something else, moving on. But I feel okay. Let's just quickly. So, what about Jared and John Donner? Are they going to be affected by this? Tell me December 31st. Let's say no, January 4th. Where is Jared? I see Jared like desperate packing. He wants to pack. He's packing something. He's like this. And I think Don Jr. has already been subdued. But like I said, guys, I'm a little bit hesitant to just say, okay, let's just quickly do a comparison. By January 4th, let's do on top Don Jr. and then second place Jared. So Don Jr. on top. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So Don Jr., this is heartbreak. Something becomes known. He's very worried of because of the crimes. Okay, so then now about Jared. Oh, guys, it's interesting. It's very interesting. This is the dreams, okay, the goals, and this is exposure of the goals. And this is little trips on the side. You know how Jared always goes to Saudi Arabia, like on the down low? This is a date trip kind of thing. Shady trips and the White House upside down. Okay, so let's see. See a bit more Don Jr. Yeah, financial. This is okay. So there's a deal. This is invitation, deal, visit, shady money. I wonder, if he has to. Do you plead guilty? Tell us about this money. Inserting himself. Uh-oh. Oh, look. Jared? Was that you? Hmm. Exposed. Oh, this is enemy. Okay, exposed as enemy. Does anybody get indictments until then? Secrets. Yeah, important revelation here. Delay. Okay. Yeah. I kind of feel like things look more urgent with Don Jr. actually. because there's a secret here and there's an important revelation of communications. Okay, so emails. Yeah, I somehow feel like Don Jr. is in bigger. Whatever happens may happen first. Okay, I think the problem with Jared is that he's involved in many ways. It seems that Jared is involved in the most serious, the darkest stuff. Okay, as we know, the espionage stuff. I kind of, guys, I'll be honest with you. I kind of feel like he could get death penalty. I could be wrong. I kind of feel that about him. Okay, he's just the stuff. He's the darkest of them all in many ways. Okay, so he is just, for him, it's a matter of time. This is what I don't understand. It's a matter of time that he's trying to fight it. He's also like Trump, trying to stretch time, but everything's coming out, and this is the news. Okay, this is the news here. The guy comes. So exposure guilt comes in the news. Okay, exposure of guilt comes in the news, and he is, the shady trip, moving on from losses. Okay, and then this delay. Okay, I feel like he's tried. Remember how there was this news about how he was, Secret Service tried to prevent him from getting served papers, right? So the White House upside down, exposure of enemy, melancholy, right? So there's a sense that there's some sort of exposure here that he can't fight the truth. I mean, what are you going to do about the truth? The truth is the truth, okay? Heartbreak, okay? This is an invitation, something coming, okay? This is, if you look at these are kind of connected. Look, the pose is similar. It's there's slightly different context, and this is more emotional, but I feel like there's a sense here, okay, that something about a secret comes out that's heartbreaking, okay, and there's the ring here, okay, the deal becomes known, and it's something that he cares about. It could affect his emotion, his life. He's worried about the important. Oh, look, this is also important, guys. Look, he's very worried about the visit. The visit is something coming to him, and it's an important revelation. So he's worried that a big bombshell is going to drop. Okay, likely meaning that we don't know about it yet. Okay, and again, this other card suggests this is card of secrets. So again, right? An idea that something big is going to drop. He knows it. Okay, and then this is the mistakes, the crimes. This is private communications. There's documents, communications related to hidden money. Okay, so that's Don Jr. So like I said, I think the Don Jr. is, I mean, they're all bad, okay, but like I said, I think the thing with Jared is like the Prince of Darkness, okay? He's just, Don Jr. is the guy who wants approval from dad. And I'm minimizing, okay, what he is, what he does. But my sense, okay, this is my sense. My sense is that Don Jr., this stuff comes out about him and he's going, okay? And the problem with Jared is that I feel like Mueller is casting the net wider and wider and wider. And Jared is right there. He's like the rat that's everywhere. He's the perfume of evil. Okay, so you smell Jared, and there he is, like a crime, like a shady crime. So he knows that the longer I don't understand how Jared is still going to Congress and talks and whatever. And it's bizarre because, for example, on Twitter, they target ads for me with Jared on it. It's the super PAC of Trump, Americans for Prosperity, it's called. It's one of those super PACs, and it's promoting, oh, look at the great works of Jared Kushner. It has a little photo of him. Like, it's like, whoa, so weird. It's like, really, does anybody really believe? So anyway, okay. So guys, okay, all right. So I'm going to move on, okay, from this subject. Yeah, I think they both know that stuff is about to pop, okay, for both of them in different ways. So, okay. It's just like, yeah. And we don't even know, guys. It shows that there's hidden money related to, they'll probably pay to, what's his name? Don Jr., okay? So, okay. So let me move now to, let's change the subject completely. Go to the case involving the foreign firm that has now reached Supreme Court, okay? And John Roberts was delayed. Okay, yeah. John Roberts was, he said he's delayed the penalty, I guess it's called, and that on December 31st, something's going to happen. They're going to make some sort of decision about this. So, what's going on here? And what's going to be the outcome? Because I worry, honestly, John Roberts, I don't know, guys. He's kind of, I don't know. So, what's going on here? John Roberts and this firm and this case. Which is cards. Okay, a little bit. Now, just a vision first and see. John Roberts, what's going to happen? What's this? I could be. I will see the cards, but I see him. He gets this thing. He's like these pieces of shit, full of shit. There, he's really angry that they pushed it forward. Okay, they want him to look at it, but I feel like I think I was watching the Ari show, and he was saying that they're going to decide if they're going to look at it or not. I kind of feel like I see him passing it, just like I'm not gonna give them the time of the day because they want the attention. Okay, they're doing it on purpose. I see the guy, the IRA, the Internet Research Agency. I think it's them. Okay, I could be wrong. I think it's like some sort of troll thing. I don't know. I see the guy. The guy's really, the guy who owns that place is called Putin's chef. And he won't know what he was, guys. He's the head poisoner. He's a specialist in poisons. And he's so creepy that he would test these poisons on political prisoners. I'm serious. It's the same guy of the troll farm. I'm like not kidding. Because it seems relatively harmless, the troll farm situation, but it is so not like it's not a joke. It's very serious. The fact that you have this guy who's very shady, okay, on this thing connected to this poisoning is also the same guy. I see his face very clearly. No, not even a aficionado. He injects poison on people. It's serious, not a hobby, it's a job. So, yeah. So, okay, so let me see here what's going to happen, okay, with cards, just to confirm, because I feel like he's angry that they want him to do this, but I feel like he pushes it to the side, okay, because I think they want it to be public for whatever reason. So what's going to happen to this case? What decision will John Roberts make about this case? Oh, look, this is the fight and the interesting anger. Okay, yeah, the fight and this is a card of competition and fight, and it's up like this. Like this is the faction. So he wants the faction and anger. Okay, one more here. This is energy, but loses energy, loses steam like this. Okay, so money, offer, loss, offer. Yeah, lady could be the Russia stuff. Okay, so money offers from lady. Okay, so oh, look, absent. I love this card. Is so fascinating to me. So strange. The news about absence. Gran Senor is the donor, guys. Remember I said this is, well, I guess from time to time it comes up. It has, to me, I see this as oligarch. Is the guy who actually, because, people say, oh, Trump is a mobster. He's not really the mobster because he doesn't have money. He depends on people like these guys to make him. Trump is like this, is the guy who fakes the rich. And this is the person who is actually rich. Okay, so the absent. Okay. To me, this has to do, okay, this is the guy who's a donor who's using this firm to make them probably political donations. Okay. The fortune, losing money. So, oh, look, the ending. Okay, yeah, wow, yeah, money. This is a lot of money, and an ending to the fortunes because this money is connected to this bank account. Okay, and they want to. I think the other time I looked into this, it showed that this has to do with Trump. Okay, Trump's money and getting money to Trump. Okay, so what will John Roberts decide? Okay, I understand this told us a little bit more about it. So angry offer. This is a sweet note about absence. of this guy, okay, who was not there, or he was using. He could also read it as he was using this as a means to make an offer, okay, a political offer, and to transfer money. This is Russian money coming through this guy, and this is whatever money, whoever got this money, or this money is going to be confiscated. Okay, now what decision will John Roberts make about this? What will the Supreme Court decide about this? Disinformation, money, shady win, growth or family, enemy, ending. Okay, so this could be hustling, and okay, the military, that's official, sincere friend. Interesting. Young woman. Okay, so this is interesting, guys. This card here is illusion, and I see this card as misinformation. Okay, so they're lying. There's something here that is they're making an effort. This is money, and this is the win, but it's also they're this is an interesting card. It has to do a lot to do with willpower, and when sometimes this card has to do with like a aggression, like for example, an abusive partner or somebody who's a control freak. Like they're trying to push the courts to create this misinformation so that they can protect the money, okay, to protect the money source. And there's a problem with this the snake obviously has to do with also spies, but also problems. So the connections here probably connected to Trump. There's financial problems or shady money, and it comes to an end. Okay, so this effort that they're pushing forward to be aggressive comes to an end. And this is beyond that, to me, suggests that there's this effort to create a kind of a hustle to kind of lie to people and make them believe that there's something official, but that the sincere friend shows that this is interesting. Okay, this is the young woman, the teenager. What I think this means is that this is a waste. Again, this idea that everything here is a waste of time. They're trying to wrestle with the courts as a means to discredit what's going on, but then they receive negative news and they're trying to be helpful, but not really. So that's what I think. I think that the Supreme Court will put an end to this, whatever it is they're trying to do. Okay. So what will Mueller feel about the result of the Supreme Court? Just the last part. What will Mueller feel about it? Okay. Yeah, guys, I think this is wow, this is good. This has to do with campaign contributions. I think ultimately, maybe using this as a means to kind of funnel the money. Okay. Oh, look, the big prize. Yeah, this transfers and the group of people who are friends. So yeah, so this this is interesting. Okay, because this is there's a sense that there's like a distraction now. This is a revelation of truth coming out, creating a painful ending. So this is network, but it's also something public. It's society. So society, something becomes public about corruption, comes to the society, and this is important. Okay, so this is important for Mueller, and this is gossip. Okay, or this could also be this was like a Mueller knows that this was all a means to create this distraction. This is the gifts, right? So about the political gifts. Now, this is also super interesting because this is, to me, this is somebody leaving. Okay, this is either somebody loses a job or somebody leaving. So we know what that means, right? Trump could leave. And this is the big prize. It could also be, I think I said this before one time we're looking at this, has to do with the big money that Trump was supposed to receive, right? So there's information connected to this being big money, and this is his family or his shady associates. Okay, so So this is it. This is how he feels. Okay, he feels that this is. I feel like, guys, you know how we don't know about what's going on with Mueller. A lot of times, this is something in the public eye, corruption. It's like Mueller feels that it's important for the corruption to be exposed, and there's something here that he felt like he couldn't quite. It's part of his communication strategy for Mueller to talk about this or to demand this, but they're trying to like push it away, and they're not going to win. Okay, so this is it. Okay, right. So this is good. I think this is good. And like I said, okay, let's see again the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, did they ever actually hear it, or just? I don't think they. I think this is like they judge it not to be serious. Okay, it's not serious. They don't think it's like they're basically playing with us. They think this whole thing is a joke. That's what he thinks. Okay, this is what they think. Okay, so all right. So next. No. So okay. So guys, just 1 second, my phone was off, so it was on 1 sec. So I feel like let's talk about the Mattis resignation, okay? The Syria withdrawal and the Mattis resignation. I'm trying to think. Okay, so what is going on right now with General Mattis? Let's just ask right now that Trump said he has to leave in January on January 1st, as opposed to the end of February. What's going on with General Mattis right now? So, okay, guys, so this is interesting because it shows this is the offer. Okay, so there's an offer here. This is him. I think the man with emotional, he's stable. Okay, now this is interesting because you have justice upside down. Okay, so I think we know that there's a level of injustice here, but what I feel like I've said before, I think it's connected to Mueller in a way. Okay, and he knows there's stuff he knows here. Now, what's interesting here, we have the scythe. Scythe is something sudden, or he could be he received the news of him having to. This is stability, okay? So he has sudden news of the connect to his stability. So something could cut his stability. Now, what's really interesting here is a deal. This is the guy shaking hands. This is enemy. Okay, there's an enemy here, and some money. Okay. So there's and then we have here, this is also quite interesting. This is disgrazia, right? It's known as the worst card in Sibylla. So this is, if you even look at wars, that's what happens, okay? And this is the answer, the solution here, or what was offered as a solution. This is the deal upside down. So this is a shady deal. So what I feel like what's happening here is that he made a deal. He wanted to leave, right? But at the same time, he knows about this shady deal. He may have documents connected to the enemy and how the enemy suggested these moves, okay, that are going to create disaster. That would be disastrous. The enemy offered the solution that is a disaster, okay, and there's money involved. So he may tell justice that there has been this money situation and the shady deal, and how he was supposed to pick sides based on this. Okay, this is what I feel. Okay, so this is it. Okay, this is the sense. Okay, from the cards. Okay, so Tell me about general. So what's going on, general matters? Yeah. So I know I told everyone this is a mistake. This is a huge, costly mistake, lives wise, money wise, and he's so stupid. He doesn't get it. Oh, this is why he said. Remember how the letter said exactly this, right? So I know from my years of experience that the enemy is not joking around, and they present a solution that's only going to create problems. This is there's money involved here, and it's a shade. So what he didn't tell us, guys, and he may tell justice here, is that there's this money involved, and he may go tell Mueller. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so all right, so what does he know? What does General Matters know around? What is it going to tell? What is he going to tell Mueller about? Is he going to tell Mueller about this stuff? What's going to happen? What is he planning? What's going on? Yeah, there's a lot of money here, guys. This is this is also data collection. Okay, this is wrong focus. There's just a sense of kind of like taking money, putting in something wrong, treachery, a lot of money again. Oh wow, clouds. Guys, remember? Oh wow, remember how the Pentagon had some sort of cloud contract? Okay, look, could be the cloud contract. Could also be that there's stuff truly going on behind the scenes. And then we have, oh wow, permanent ending, private, something very sad, very dark news. He doesn't want to talk about it, sorry, he is talking about it, but it's very sad. Yeah, this is the law upside down, so this is bad. Okay. This is the allies. Okay. The people are drunk with power. So he knows, guys, about this. There's a financial contract here. I think it's the Pentagon contracts. Okay, probably related to cloud computing, possibly, or if not, other issues. And this could also have to do with data collection. For some reason, I'm getting this because several cards connected to this are here. And this is a strategy to create an ending. But the law, they're trying to create something that would essentially trap the U.S. allies, okay, behind the scenes. That's what it looks like. Okay, and this is the money is the reason why they're doing this behind the scenes. There's a lot of sadness, and they feel that people are making a huge mistake, okay? So this is it. I think right away he proves there's some, I see the face of Eric Prince, and I also see foreign countries. There's just like this money scheme going on, okay? And it has to do with these foreign government contracts connected to the Pentagon, all those things. Okay, so then what are you telling General Meadows? What are you telling Mueller? What are you telling the FBI? He wanted us to work with these specific contractors. They gave us a name. Yeah. I feel like he's telling them about these contracts, and it's very shady and the whole thing. We were like, we don't trust these people. We're not going to go with these people. He's insisting. Okay. So now let's go to this guy, Patrick Shanahan. No, I'm skipping. There's just one more. Still with General Matters, after the letter comes out, okay, this was right before Christmas. How does the military react to it? What's going on in the Pentagon right now after the way that Mattis was treated? Okay, how did the Mattis letter affect the military internally and the high upper echelons of the military? Interesting. This is the home. It could also be the White House. Okay, so this is home. Disappointment. Okay. Now this is interesting. The fool upside down it means literally a fool. He's made this is a huge mistake. They are making a huge mistake. Okay, Trump is a fool, and he's making a huge mistake. This is probably people who are loyal to him. And then this is long-term problems. Oh, Trump. So negative surprise. Okay, the retired man here. One more. Oh yeah, look at the prison trap. One more here. Okay, success. Oh, this is loyalty upside down, so treason, right? Oh, oh wow, guys, this is bad. This is a hidden attacks, military hidden attacks. So treason and hidden attacks. Like he's on the side of the enemy. Okay. Say he's sick, like he's literally sick. Okay, so now this guy would also indicate that the dog, the good people, create long-term problems for Trump. Okay, so they're gonna block him further. That's what it looks like. Okay, and they know that there's a trap here, and these are the gamblers are connect. This is like there's a negative surprise. Okay, I think it's almost like they're preparing something. Indeed, they know that Trump is a traitor and that he's sick. Like he's not. It's not just that he's a traitor. That he does not have. He does not have the good intentions in mind. Okay, so that's how they feel about him. There's no good feelings at all. They know what he's up to, guys. Unfortunately, it's the truth. Okay, so so next. Okay, I'm just trying to think. Okay, so. What's going to now? This guy was appointed. This guy Patrick Shanahan. What's going to happen to him? Is he? Just one more here. I'm kind of wondering, guys, if he ever is going to do something. What's going to happen to this guy? Okay. Is the military going to act before, after? Are they going to do? Is the military going to do something? I'm just kind of. It's very upsetting. Okay. Just quickly here. Oh wow! Look at the first card that came out. So popped out. So let me just see about this guy Patrick Shanahan. What's going to happen to him? Is he going to start his job? What's going to happen to him? Okay. Interesting. So this is a court person, the White House, and the foreign power. The tower again. This would be the law. Secret fight. Okay. Nice. Guys, this feeling I have about this guy, the cards would indicate here that he's kind of a chaos agent, okay? He's not, because what's interesting is that there's some sort of legal fight or something behind the scenes, which would suggest that is connected to Trump's legal issue. So this is the court person, the White House, and something foreign. This would be something legal or the administration's secret fight, okay? Love, weakness, and unpleasantness. So and this is lies about business, okay, and then meetings. So I feel like he was placed there to create this court, okay? And there's a fight going on here from the foreign power that's upset about what the military is going. And there's these meetings. I just feel like there's a facade here. He's supposed to be a business person, okay? He's a Boeing executive, but at the same time, I feel like he's being used to literally wage a war and to kind of, yeah, like some sort of agent, okay? Chaos agent. And that's what I feel. Now, is he going to, what's going to be his fate? Is he going to succeed in his job? My sense, guys, when I saw, he looks kind of creepy, but the sense I got about him, just looking at him, was that He may not start the job, but let's see what happens. Is he going to start the job? What's his fate? Is he going to? Oh, his hands are tied. Oh, the devil. Okay. Yeah. So bad news. He's lying. There's a lie. There's a scheme going on here about his appointment. Okay. Vision, election, change. So I feel like he's there to accomplish the vision that started at the time of the election, right? So he's there to fulfill the duty. Loyalty. Yeah. Foreign power again. And McCain called him out on this interview. So this is the White House upside down. So change again. Bad. He wants to create some sort of change connected to the White House. Yeah, something exposure or something illegal, shady business partners, and losses. Okay, so does he start the job? Okay, just quickly. Does he start the job? Fight. Anger. Anger. A lot of anger. A lot of state of marriage meetings. Theft. Losses. Money. Strategy. Prison. Guys, I feel like there's something, obviously, with everybody connected to this thing. There's something about this guy that's like a lot of stuff. We don't know half the story here, okay? Like I said, he was placed there with a job to create this destruction, but I think his strategy is to follow exactly what Trump says, but also, um, yeah, he's not. I feel like he's not, but this is true. He's not a military person. He's there to kind of privatize, or there's a sense here that he wants to. He wants to come in like a McKinsey consultant or something, okay, and kind of like reorganize it and do reward or reorganize it and take the power away from the military, kind of, okay. But I think people know about him or what he does. There's just something here about if he goes through some sort of confirmation, there's going to be a problem, okay? No, he can't be the oligarch in charge because, like I said before, she's like, the oligarch is the person who has the money, okay? There are not many people who have money in this whole game, okay? The reality is. So he can't be the oligarch in charge because he's an employee. He's always been an employee. So this is why, the people who are the oligarchs, they want people exactly like this guy who will follow the rules, right? He's just an employee. So he can't be an oligarch because doesn't own Boeing. I think Boeing is also a public company, so it's a little more complicated. So, so, uh, so this is it, guys. It shows that there's a sense that he's giving the numbers. Or there's something where he's figuring out. Like I said, Sparky, you can't aspire to be an oligarch because you can't be in competition. Exactly, it's a puppet, right? So the idea is that if you are the oligarch, you hire everyone, you pay everybody off so that they become your soldiers. And this is why, for example, Manafort is so loyal to the oligarch, because there's no point. You're not competing with the oligarch. If you compete with the oligarch, you're dead. Okay, you have to understand when you get into these games, you're not promoted. It's not about whoever has the money who gets the money from the oligarch. So he's not. All the people, most people in the Trump administration are there. They're all puppets. They follow the orders. Okay, and this is what they want. They don't want people with opinions. They don't want people who are critical. They just want people like Ryan Zinke or Scott, whatever, that guy, I forgot. I don't remember his name. Those people. Oh my God, Spark. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna focus on the reading. Okay, I've said before. It's about the people who follow the rules. I don't know if he gets money. It's not indicating here money. I'm talking about the reading. Okay. So Manafort, let's focus on the reading. Okay, I want to focus on the reading. I'm not going to look at this so I don't get distracted. So that's it. For what did the reading suggest that he was like Manafort? No, it did not. So I'm not, this is out of context question. Okay. So just try to remember what the reading says. Okay. There's only so much you can interpret out of the reading. You have to pay attention and then see if it doesn't say that it's because it's not. Okay. So just quickly here. Yeah, so this guy, he's just a soldier, and I do think he has some sort of like far right connection, those like Christian right or whatever you call it. But ultimately, the strategy is to weaken. Remember, he reminds me of actually, guys. I'm closing my eyes here. I'm seeing the guy from Exxon, Tillerson. He wants to weaken the military in terms of cutting budgets, those kinds of things. Okay. So that in a moment of distress, they may not have enough money to fight for certain things. It's just complicated, okay? So this is it. All right. So this is it, okay? So, all right. So, will this guy manage to do harm enough? Will this guy manage to do harm while he's the head of the defense person? And if so, how long? How long is he going to be there for? Yeah, I see he's there for a little bit, but he's removed too. Okay, I don't feel the military trusts him obviously at all. Okay, so yeah, he's like a McKinsey Russian operative type. Okay, oh guys, now that I'm closing my eyes, it makes sense that then Mattis would then go talk to the authorities about the deals and how they wanted to oh interesting, yes. So this is what I'm getting here, guys, is that Mattis is like, I'm just closing my eyes because I have to get it correctly. So I see Mattis next to this guy because he was his deputy, I think he was. So Mattis is aware of this money, this big deal that exists to focus on specific companies. This is what I was reading about just now about him suggesting. And now that I see this guy is also the money. He's like the connection to the money. Okay, doesn't make sense. So it's like he talks, I think, probably to Mueller about this because there's so many investigations. This is only one of them, but I think this is it. Okay, so I've said that many times, right? The thing about the coup. I've always been seeing this. Okay, so I don't think it's the military alone, guys. I think it's just there's something bigger here, okay? There's something bigger here because, like I said, this guy's okay. Let me just ask this question a different way. If what alternative is there? I feel like there's a combination here. There's the military, I see Nancy Pelosi. It's not just the military, it's a conjunction of factors that will have, but these people are going to have to be removed because it's so corrupt. You see, it's like it's really, guys, so destructive, right? So it's so destructive, this whole thing. It's unbelievable. Because okay, what would happen if if there was no opposition to Trump? What would happen? They would put all loyal people in these government agencies. They would fire every single person who's not pro-Trump, who's not like saying like Hitler, okay, like oh Trump, Heil Trump, or whatever, and they would destroy the government. They would destroy everything that was constructive. Okay. So, and it's all these maniacs. They somehow find these people who follow orders, like I said, and don't challenge anything and just kind of rat on they go after the people who are, I don't even want to say just progressive, but who don't follow who don't do what they want. Okay. and there was a plan in place, and they knew it was going to take some time, but things are kind of out of control already. Okay. So yeah, but I think, guys, this is what I was watching. I was looking at this today. Is directing is okay. So yeah, I think there is a connect. Yeah, I see Eric Prince, but it's, guys, it's a bigger. It's not one per. It's like it's a weird thing. It's almost like a deal that was made a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's not as I know the readings I've seen before. I've been seeing this for a long time. Sounds kind of dramatic, but the reality, and I don't want to. I don't be scared. Okay, I always say don't be scared. But what it shows, guys, is that this is not normal. And this is I wanted to continue what I was saying that I got interrupted. I was interrupted here. I interrupt myself, but that the reason why this military thing is needed is because there's too much going on already. Okay, there's serious treason going on. Okay, more than just a cult of corruption, it's a cult of letting foreign powers come in. You know what I mean? If you think about it, right? It's very serious, right? It's treason. It's like we know what it is, guys. It sounds horrible, but this is, I think, what would happen if nothing, if there was no resistance. The Vichy government in France during the Second World War, when the Nazis invaded France, there was a puppet government. They were all French, and they did what the Nazis wanted. Okay, so this is, to me, it's very similar. It's a government that has no. It's just a puppet government. Okay, it doesn't have any of its. So it's a lot more than corruption. Corruption, a lot of times you could say, well, corruption's like if it was just the Cokes. Okay, so but this is more than just corruption. It's an installed government that Grace, this is that this is not, I've already said before, don't this is not, don't fear, don't worry about it. This is, I'm explaining to you so that you understand. It's an analogy. Okay, but this is why I was telling you why the military needs to get involved, because we have to remove all these people. Okay, like all these people here, how do we know who they are? How do we stop all this stuff from happening? Okay, yeah, it's a puppet government, right? It's not, I mean, this is not a new term. It's happened throughout history. It's not new. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is okay. Yeah, but this is not a joke. So literally, right? Not a joke. Don't. And I'm serious. This is not a joke, guys. It's really serious. Okay, so this is okay. So this is it. Okay, so now, yeah, like I said, I think this is would be very dangerous if all, guys, even if Trump were removed, it's not the solution, because they would continue with these people. Okay, so unless the whole thing is there's some sort of like Guantanamo type style, or like they put all these people in jail, let's figure out who is who. When there was these wars, the Iraq war, or these wars, they would arrest people and put them in jail, okay, and then figure out what role they played. That's kind of what has to happen here. Yeah. So okay, so it's showing here, guys. I close my eyes, because I sometimes I ask the dark questions because we need to know. But I saw this is, will they continue to because, but the pushback, it's showing a huge tractor. Okay, there's a giant tractor of pushback. It's not gonna go. The pushback for Trump, against Trump and all that, it's not gonna go away. It's only getting stronger, stronger and stronger, and it gets to the point. Like I said, they get tired. Okay, even Trump gets tired. He's not gonna win. These people are not gonna win, and it's gonna. But when, like I said, however, when it falls, it's very serious. Okay, yeah. So like I said, when it falls, it's going to be a very big deal, and that's when there's, the operations are going to really work to take down all the regular, quote unquote, regular people, everybody involved in this. Okay, so well, the Democrats will be the turning point. It's showing, guys, that the turning point is going to be Trump not giving up is not the term. It's like he's going to push, and the pushback is going to continue, push until he can't escape. This is a push. I mean, I feel like, guys, I've said this before. I really caution you guys to think like a lot of people say, "Oh, there's a wound, there's a man, there's an event." It's like a combination of events and combination of things. Okay, it's not going to just be the Democrats. It's not just going to be the military. It's not just going to be the FBI. It's going to be a lot of things combined. Okay, and that this kind of think about it. An operation like this is huge, and it has to do with like Trump is holding the country hostage. Just think about it. This is the truth. Okay, he's holding the country hostage. So if you see all these movies and all these documentaries about people who hold people like situations where there's criminals holding others hostage, it's not something you can plan. It's not a number. It's like you have to listen in. Oh, does he have a gun? Or is he nervous? Is it like this? You have to be super extremely careful. Except that he's holding hostage 330 million people. It's a lot. Okay, so so um so this is it, okay? It's just a push back, push back, push back until he leaves. And then, guys, I think once he leaves and the whole administration comes out, then all hell breaks loose in the sense that these people who are, all this, like I said before, the bloggers and all those people, all those people who are like pushing this propaganda. For example, even the website Politico was publishing something I saw on Twitter. They're like the something defending saying that it was too much to go after Maria Butina. And to me, I was like, so these people, they have to go to jail. I'm sorry, you're a Russian, you're working for the Russians, right? So these people writing these pro-Russian stuff, like, I'm sorry, this is not okay. You can't just be like, if you are, then right. If you are writing pro-Russian things and you pay the Russians, we need to know, right? It's ridiculous. Okay, so and all these lawyers making a lot of money, all these what is it called? Uh I don't know, forgot the name. Anyway, so this is it, guys. So I wouldn't, don't get like I said, don't get scared, and also don't minimize. Like I hate, you guys seriously, sometimes I get very mad at people and say, "Is this someone's gonna take Trump down?" I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this. Are you that dumb that you think that it's something this enormous? One person is gonna take something down. Just think for a minute. Just stop and think. I'm not saying nobody here, guys. None of you said this, but it's very. I get this all. Is this someone's gonna take Trump? No, there's 5,000 crimes. How could one person? There's no superhero. It's an enormous amount of crimes, and it's an enormous amount of facts. Okay, so see what I'm saying? So this is why it's not something that's going to happen with a magic wand. It's a combination of people who are very good at law enforcement. It's a combination of them understanding the timing of everything. It's a combination of Democrats being in power. It's a combination of like, there's not one thing because there's not one. It would be one thing, guys. For example, like I said before, I watch these crime shows, and a lot of times, for example, all these crimes that happened like 20 years ago, then like I don't know, 20 years later, somebody comes out and says, "I watched this murder." And then in a case like this, yeah, there's one person who takes down the whole the crime. But in the case of Trump and all these people, exactly, it's like it's not there. There's too many crimes. No, it's not just because it's just saying. I guess it's not like fighting cancer because cancer, first of all, does not have a cure necessarily. Okay, for one thing, and then two, um, there's many people involved. Okay, so it's not necessarily a good analogy. Okay, it's just like fighting. It's like, I'm sorry, guys, it's like some sort of internal. It's like taking these people who are traitors. Okay, and they're in on many levels of government. Okay, and it's not so simple. It's not one crime. It's like, imagine. Okay, I like I said, guys, I watch all these crime shows, but each crime show is one crime. Except for this administration, there's like how many crimes? At least 300 crimes. I don't know how many crimes. Imagine if you had an investigation with 300 crimes, 500 crimes. It's a huge. You know what I mean? So it's not something that happens from, you know, and not only that, but I think you have these branches of government really being completely compromised. Okay, so I don't know. So I don't know, selling so much. I don't know. China is a whole other question. I haven't really done, but I feel like let's not demonize China right now because Trump started the whole. Something I kind of wonder sometimes if the whole tariffs thing was something that planned. I think Trump. I think the Russians wanted Trump to do this to weaken the U.S. Okay, but also I wonder if China also wanted it to happen. Just to create this that they were already preparing for this, like uh, cold becoming some sort of having a colder relationship with the U.S. Okay, so it's just exactly it's a crime syndicate. That's what it is. Except on an international scale, having reached the government, this is it. It's a crime syndicate. It's huge. No smokes. What smoke screens? Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's very complicated, and it's not one thing. So, so that's that. Okay. Yeah, there's just a lot going on and stuff behind the scenes and all these things. But I don't think they succeed. Like I said before, I don't think they succeed in the end. However, imagine it's hard to even imagine because if you think about it, guys, every person has knowledge of this matter says that Russia is a country, for example, is a country where did you see there was this article over the weekend about the real estate market in Russia in Moscow and how if you it's almost impossible to sell apartments because it's so people the guy who's going to sell your apartment sometimes kills you so he can have your house. It's something like that, really that crazy. Can you imagine? So so it's like a total like crime, organized crime kind of place, okay? So so this is it's an organized crime country and it's an organized crime presidency because that he was totally built up by them. Okay. So this is it, guys. It's not. This is why it's not like oh my god, so exciting. He's gonna go down. Well, even when an indictment of Don Jr. or whatever, like it's even when these things come out, it's not the solution. The solution is going through every single person who was connected to this administration, figuring out how they're okay, how they're connected to this and putting them in prison or something. I don't know what. Okay. It's beyond what we can imagine. Okay, exactly. Tip of the iceberg. And we barely know, guys. So I'm not, like I said, I do get a sense that things are gonna be solved, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be like, wow, it's so great that he's not here anymore because we're gonna have different problems. So you know what I'm saying? So this is it. So guys, okay. So I'm gonna go because we have 4 minutes away from Rachel from 9 o'clock. Okay, so this is it. All right. So I was gonna say so just for the plans for what's coming next. Okay. I'm gonna make a list of 2019, and like I said, if you have questions about 2019, please let me know in the comments. Okay. I'm gonna be working on it in the next few days. And I don't know that I don't know that I'm gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna try to do it twice a week, okay? And I'm gonna I don't know when. Probably Friday. Okay, well, today Friday or Saturday, okay? Oh, but I wanted to also say, guys, so I'm also planning the call. I'm gonna have it on several different times, okay? That call for that I've been planning, the visualization call for 2019. So I'm gonna do. I know some of you are in Europe, so I'm gonna do one like probably 2 p.m. Saturday, another one 6 p.m. Saturday, and then one on Sunday. So you could pick. I'm gonna tell you what times. So you could pick which one. Okay, so it's gonna be the same, and it's gonna be the same. Okay, the same contact, the same content, and I'm gonna do another, like I said, and also it's probably Friday. I'm thinking another one of these live streams. But in the meantime, I'm also gonna do a start, even because guys, I'm really looking forward to doing the calls with you because I want to know what you see. I'm also interested in what you guys see because I feel like if we imagine if we could all use our visions and see, okay, so this will be really interesting. Okay. And then after your guys' vision, then I can also do readings after that. Okay. So I'm interested in on a collectively what we see for 2019. Okay. So all right. Because then we have version class. Yeah, version. Yeah. So, right? So there's a lot to look into, guys. So, wow. Yeah. So anyway, so that's that, guys. I need to organize. Oh my god, so much events, so many events, so many things. Crazy, right? Very a lot of stuff to look into. But I'm kind of excited. Kind of excited. Even though, it is somber, like I said, and I don't see like, oh my god, we're so happy. Oh my god, he's out. Like it's not really, I don't even see us like excited like that. It's more like just yeah, so oh, I love you guys. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. So wow, yeah, I feel like there's so much, there's so much to look into. I'm like, I have to make a list. So okay. All right, guys. So okay. So see you soon, probably Friday, if not Saturday. But I'll keep you updated. Okay, I have to tomorrow, but I'm probably gonna publish several readings for. I'm gonna start because, like I said, it's huge. There's a lot of topics. I'm probably gonna publish the initial ones, and then the ones about the each person, and then the other topics that will come up. Okay. All right. Good night, guys. So see you very soon, or probably Friday. All right, or Saturday. Okay. Good night. Good night.